Hi, my name is Ariana Melendez, and this is my presentation to the questions for the book Right to Remain Innocent by James Duane. So he mentions many examples about people that after they spoke to the police, they were proven guilty for a crime that they truly did not commit just because certain things that went on during the interrogation. One example that he includes is a 16-year-old boy from Oakland, California. He was interrogated in the middle of the night, and he was denied because he was asking like if he could see his mom, and he was denied that. He didn't have a lawyer present, and so they got him guilty for a crime, and it was later revealed that he was actually innocent because the day that the crime took place, he was actually locked up in a detention center already. So there he was proven innocent, so that shows that he was wrongly convicted after talking to the police. The second example I chose was a man named Earl Ruffin. He actually served more than 20 years of a sentence for a rape that he did not commit, and later it was proven that he was innocent because of DNA testing. So that is another example of someone that their innocence changes after speaking to the police because the police just interrogate them so much, or I don't know. They didn't really mention in the book what happened during the interrogation as to what the police used against them to prove them guilty. So throughout the book, James Duane provides quite a few examples as to why we should avoid talking to the police. The first one being anything we say can be used against us to incriminate us. The second reason, our legal system actually trains police officers to lie to us during an interrogation, so that is something that they are known to do. They lie to you during an interrogation so they can get anything out of you to prove that you're guilty, which means you can never truly trust anything a police officer is saying during a police interrogation. Also, you can confess to a crime that you're completely innocent for, even though you're innocent. In the police's eyes, we're always guilty, so they're going to do anything they can in their power to prove that we're guilty. So that's good. The longer you speak to police, the easier it's going to be for you to accidentally confess to a crime that you did not commit, because after hours and hours and hours of interrogation, it's just going to get to you, and you're going to go crazy, and you're going to confess to a crime you're innocent for. Another reason is that your words can get twisted. As in, you can say one thing but mean the other thing, as in, or not mean to say it, as in you can say, like, an example he used for this one was, you can use the word she, as in, like, referring to the victim. Like, oh, I didn't see her the night of the crime. And then the police will say, well, we never told you that it was a female, therefore you know who it is. You know something that only the criminal would know, therefore you're guilty, and they'll use that against you in court. Another piece of information that Duane shared with us is that it's actually kind of mind-blowing because the police, it just shows that the police are looking for different reasons to convict everyone, because he said that during an interrogation, if you accidentally give them the wrong piece of information or something that they consider lying, they can charge you for lying to police officers after the interrogation, and then you will have to serve time for lying to police officers. So as you can see, James Duane provides a lot of reasons as to why we should avoid talking to the police, and the advice that he gives us is actually very straightforward. He actually says the exact words that we should respectfully but firmly decline. And I agree. I think his advice is pretty good because all the reasons he gives us, he uses examples. He gives us scenarios. So that really shows that he knows what he's talking about, and so we should follow his advice because he has backup for it. And something that I learned from this book is that in the eyes of the police, we will always be considered guilty no matter what. They're always going to do what they can to prove us guilty. So they're not really people we can trust when they ask for us to talk to them. Just don't trust them. I mean, he does mention that when it comes to help, people to look for help, the police are still trustworthy in that manner. But as far as police interrogations go and questioning and talking to them, he says that they're not trustworthy people during that, and that is something that I learned during reading this book. Thank you.